G'day everybody, welcome back. Today I've just got a little short video for you. I just wanted to share this lighting setup that I recently used with the stunning Evana de Lune, who was up from Melbourne for a short period visiting us here in Brisbane. She's a burlesque performer and model. You may have seen her in another video which I just released recently. I messaged Evana a couple of days before she arrived, as she mentioned she wanted some ideas of what we were going to shoot. And all I said was I wanted to create some really interesting portraits in a kind of vamp style, especially because it's around Halloween. And I wanted to use some moody coloured lighting. So for this first setup, I'm using two of the Godox TLC 60 LED RGB tubes as my background and edge lights on Evana. And for the main light, I'm using a Godox SL100D. And attached to the front of that is the Godox SAP projection attachment, and that's attached to the SA17 Bowens mount adapter, so I can use it on the SL100D, and I've got the 85mm on the SAP projection unit. Now I've used this setup quite a lot, and I typically use the little gobos that we can insert into the unit here. But this time around I wanted to play around with the SAO7 framing shutters. You get 4 of these little guys in a kit, and they allow you to cut down the light and essentially create your own little gobo. So I'll just spin the light around and aim it at the background, and you can get an idea of what you can do with these little framing shutters. Okay, so there you go, we've got it aimed at the background, and we can just move these little framing shutters individually just to shape the light, make it as narrow or as broad as you like. So using these framing shutters can be quite fiddly, and sometimes does take a little bit of practice and patience just to get the right shape, but it does give you a fair bit of control if you just want a tiny little bit of light that hitting your subject's face, like I wanted to get with Evana. So for the second part of the shoot, Evana changed into one of her signature outfits, and I wanted to change the lighting up. So I changed the colours of the TL60s, made one blue, one pink, and that gave us a little bit of a purpley look on the background. Also wanted to change the front light. So instead of the projection unit on the SL100D, I just put a little reflector with a grid, and that gave me a really nice pool of light around Evana's face. Here's a little bit more of the behind the scenes and some of the images that we captured. I was shooting on the new Fuji X-H2 and using the old 56mm 1.2R. As you can see, the old 56mm 1.2R does produce some very sharp images still, even though it's not on Fuji's recommended list for the X-H2. Hopefully soon I'm going to get my hands on the brand new 56mm 1.2WR and do some comparisons and just see whether it really is that much better than the old one. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and supporting the channel. I hope you got a few little tips there and maybe some ideas for your next creative portrait lighting setup. Until I see you in the next video, ciao for now.